What's happening, Wrestling News CC family? Welcome back to the channel, and buckle up because what I'm about to tell you will change everything you thought you knew about the Bloodline saga. Something monumental has happened on SmackDown Live, something that has shaken the very core of WWE. It's no longer just about wins and losses. It's no longer about titles or brand supremacy. This is about blood. This is about family. This is about betrayal, loyalty, legacy, and war. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because tonight's episode is going to have consequences that ripple through WWE for months to come. And tonight, the world witnessed the beginning of a storm that could destroy everything Roman Reigns built. What went down tonight wasn't just a confrontation. It was a warning. A declaration. A line in the sand. And the message came straight from the unfiltered mouth of Jacob Fatu. But before we get to that explosive moment, let's rewind and walk through how this chaos unfolded. Because the fire didn't start with Jacob. It started with Roman and Solo's fight for dominance, but the gasoline that ignited everything came from an unexpected source. The show opened with a different energy. There was no fanfare, no pyro, no flashy music, just tension. You could feel it through the screen, that electric anticipation that something big was about to happen. Solo Sikoa walked down to the ring, his eyes burning with resentment, his voice heavy with pain. And when he grabbed the mic, the arena fell silent. This wasn't the confident, cocky Solo we'd seen trying to fill Roman's shoes. This was a broken man ready to bare his soul. With Roman's presence looming over everything, Solo Sikoa looked around the arena and without hesitation, he told the WWE Universe why he did what he did at Money in the Bank. Why he betrayed the family structure. Why he burned the bridge he helped build. He said that for far too long, the bloodline had been putting others first while he stood in the shadows. That even though he had stood beside Roman in every fight, took every bump, backed every decision, Roman still saw him as second. As disposable. As someone who could be replaced the moment it became convenient. Solo's voice cracked with emotion as he talked about watching Jacob Fatu get the respect and recognition that he felt he deserved. I bled for this family, Solo said, his words echoing through the arena. I sacrificed my own career, my own opportunities, to make Roman look strong. To make the bloodline look unstoppable. And what did I get for it? I got treated like I was lucky to be there. The crowd was eating it up because, honestly, Solo had a point. For years, he had been the reliable soldier, the one who did the dirty work while others got the glory. His frustration felt genuine, his pain felt real, and his anger felt justified. But Solo wasn't done. He talked about how the arrival of Jacob Fatu had been the final straw. Here comes this guy, Solo continued, his voice getting stronger, more passionate, and immediately he gets treated like royalty. Immediately he gets Roman's respect. Immediately he gets acknowledged as family while I'm still fighting to prove I belong. The jealousy was raw and honest, and it painted a picture of family dynamics that went far deeper than what we see on television. Solo admitted that seeing Jacob get instant acceptance while he had to earn every ounce of respect had driven him to the breaking point. So yes, I betrayed the bloodline, Solo declared. But the bloodline betrayed me first. They betrayed me every time they chose someone else over me. Every time they made me feel like I was expendable. Every time they reminded me that I wasn't Roman Reigns. The crowd was torn. Some fans were booing Solo for his betrayal, but others were cheering because they understood his frustration. It was the kind of complex storytelling that makes wrestling at its best so compelling. Solo ended his promo by issuing a challenge that nobody saw coming. He didn't challenge Roman. He didn't challenge Jacob Fatu. He challenged Matteo, the young lion who had been quietly building his reputation within the bloodline structure. That's when things got really interesting. Matteo's music hit, and the young superstar walked down to the ring with a different kind of energy than we'd ever seen from him before. There was confidence in his step, determination in his eyes, and when he grabbed the microphone, his words cut like a knife. "Solo," JC began, his voice steady and strong, "you want to talk about being disposable? You want to talk about being overlooked? Let me tell you something about being disposable. It's standing next to you for months, having your back in every fight, taking orders without question, and still being treated like I'm just happy to be here." The crowd erupted because nobody expected JC to turn on Solo. But JC wasn't done. He continued with a passion and fire that we'd never seen from him before. "You think Jacob Fatu took your spot? Jacob Fatu earned his spot. You think Roman didn't respect you? Roman respected results, and you didn't deliver when it mattered most. But you know what really bothers me about your little pity party, Solo? You did exactly what you're accusing everyone else of doing, you treated me like I was disposable." JC's voice was getting stronger, more confident with every word. "Every decision you made without asking me. Every plan you came up with assuming I'd just follow along. Every time you needed someone to take a beating, you pointed at me. So don't stand there and talk about being disrespected when you were doing the same thing to me." But the real fireworks started when Jacob Fatu's music hit. The Samoan werewolf walked down to the ring with that menacing intensity that has made him one of the most feared wrestlers in the world. When he grabbed the microphone, you could feel the temperature in the arena drop. Jacob didn't waste time with explanations or justifications. He got straight to the point with the kind of brutal honesty that only he can deliver. "Solo, you want to know why you didn't get respect?" Jacob said, his voice calm but deadly. "Because respect isn't given. It's earned. And you never earned it. You were handed opportunities because of your last name, not because of your talent. You were included in the bloodline because of your family connections, not because you proved you deserved to be there." The crowd was stunned into silence because Jacob was saying what many fans had been thinking but nobody had been brave enough to voice. "And Jacob continued, turning his attention to the young superstar, you think Solo didn't respect you? At least Solo gave you opportunities. At least Solo put you in positions to succeed. But you're standing there complaining about not being consulted on decisions? Here's a reality check, when you prove you can make the right decisions, then you get to be part of making decisions." Jacob's words were harsh but felt honest. He wasn't trying to be diplomatic or politically correct. He was laying out the brutal truth about hierarchy, respect, and earning your place in the wrestling world. But then Jacob dropped the bombshell that nobody saw coming. He looked directly into the camera and delivered a message that sent shockwaves through the entire WWE universe. "Roman Reigns is the tribal chief," Jacob declared. "Not because he says so. Not because of politics. Not because of family connections. Because he proved it every single night for years. He carried this company on his back, he made the bloodline matter, and he earned every ounce of respect he gets." The crowd was electric because they knew they were witnessing something special, something that would be talked about for years to come. "But here's what's going to happen now," Jacob continued, his voice getting more intense. "Solo, you want to tear down what Roman built. JC, you want to prove you deserve more respect. Fine. But you're going to have to go through me first. And when Roman comes back, and he will come back, you're going to have to answer to him for trying to destroy his legacy while he was gone." Jacob's final words were delivered with the kind of intensity that gives you chills. This isn't just about wrestling anymore. This is about family honor. This is about legacy. This is about war. And I promise you both, this is a war you cannot win. The implications of what happened on SmackDown are staggering when you really think about them. We've gone from a simple family faction to a full-blown civil war with multiple factions and shifting allegiances. Solo Sikoa has positioned himself as the rebel who's fighting against a system that never appreciated him. His motivation feels genuine and his anger feels justified, which makes him a compelling antagonist rather than a simple villain. Matteo has emerged as his own force, no longer content to be anyone's sidekick or junior partner. His call-out of Solo showed a maturity and confidence that suggests he's ready to be a main event player in his own right. And Jacob Fatu has established himself as the guardian of Roman's legacy and the enforcer of bloodline tradition. His loyalty to Roman isn't blind devotion, it's based on respect for what Roman accomplished and built. The wrestling world is buzzing with speculation about where this leads. Will we see a triple threat dynamic with 3 separate factions? Will Roman return to find his empire in ruins? Will other family members be forced to choose sides? Looking ahead to upcoming WWE programming, this SmackDown episode has set up storylines that could dominate for months. The beauty of this angle is that everyone has legitimate grievances and understandable motivations. There are no clear heroes or villains, just family members with different perspectives on loyalty, respect, and legacy. Solo's journey from loyal soldier to bitter rebel is compelling because it feels real. Anyone who's ever felt overlooked or underappreciated can relate to his frustration, even if they don't agree with his methods. JC's emergence as an independent force creates opportunities for fresh matchups and new storylines. He's no longer just part of someone else's story, he's writing his own chapter. Jacob's role as the keeper of Roman's legacy gives him incredible power and responsibility. He's essentially become Roman's voice and presence while Roman is absent, which is a fascinating dynamic that could lead to incredible storytelling. The stage is set for SummerSlam to be the explosive climax of this family war, with multiple championships and the future of the bloodline hanging in the balance. As we wrap up this breakdown of one of the most emotionally charged episodes of SmackDown in recent memory, I have to say that WWE has created something truly special with this bloodline storyline evolution. This isn't just good wrestling television, this is complex character development and family drama that happens to be presented through the medium of professional wrestling. The emotions feel real, the motivations feel genuine, and the conflicts feel personal in a way that creates genuine investment from the audience. Jacob Fatu's declaration of war wasn't just a wrestling promo, it was a man standing up for family honor and legacy in the face of betrayal and disrespect. Solo's confession wasn't just villain motivation, it was the honest pain of someone who felt unappreciated despite years of loyalty. JC's emergence wasn't just a character turn, it was a young man finding his voice and demanding the respect he feels he's earned. What did you think of tonight's explosive SmackDown episode? Do you think Solo's grievances are justified? Is JC ready to be a main event player? How do you see this bloodline civil war playing out? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below, I read every single one and love hearing your analysis. Don't forget to smash that like button if this breakdown helped you process all the drama, subscribe to Wrestling News CC for more exclusive wrestling content, and ring that notification bell because with storylines this complex and emotional, you don't want to miss a single development. Until next time, this has been Wrestling News CC, and remember, in the WWE universe, family wars are the most dangerous wars of all because they're fought with both love and hate in equal measure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. If you thought tonight's story was wild, trust me, what happens next will blow your mind. So don't stop now. Click on the video right here on your screen to continue the chaos, the drama, and the inside scoop only we deliver. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and join the Wrestling News CC family, where the real stories of WWE come to life. See you in the next one.